Hello everyone, Jules here. Today I'd like to show quite an interesting oracle deck that was published at the end of last year by AGM Urania. This is called Norse Magic cards, and this is by Jennie Appel and Dirk Grosser. So here is the box, and I particularly wanted to get this deck because it is different. It's a really great deck for magic or ritual. It can be used as a divination deck, but I particularly wanted this deck for the great sigil designs that are in this deck. And there's 49 cards. So here is the box, and it's just one of these boxes where you just pull off the top. And the cards are inside with the book. And here is the guidebook. Comes along with it. It's quite a thick book. It's really quite well written. The cards are in alphabetical order, and there are three spreads that were written for this deck. And for each of the cards in alphabetical order, it's got the associated words and the description of what the card means, particularly the title of the card, what the card means. And then it goes into a really good message for the cards. And it's even got a way of, there's suggestions in here of how to use the cards, different ideas. So for each of the cards, there is a category here called impulse. And so that's really like an action, for each of the cards. So that's a great idea. I really love the way that this book's been written. So it's great. There's 49 cards in here. And there's the three spreads in the front of the book. And this was published at the end of last year, which is 2024. But yeah, I really like this guidebook. It's really useful, especially for people who don't know much about Norse mythology or Norse customs, things like that. It's just, it's really well written, so it's going to be really useful for people when you're interested in the Norse mythology. So just to show some of the cards that I particularly like. Now these are like an oracle card size. Now here is the back of the card. They've got like a semi-gloss finish. I do want to mention that these cards are not particularly thick. That's what they're more for magical ritual, I think. I mean, you can use these for divination, but I think you would have to be a bit gentle in how you're shuffling. I don't think I would be riffle shuffling this deck. I mean, I don't riffle shuffle anyway. I always do overhand shuffle, but I just thought I'd let people know that. So there's a beautiful design on the back of the cards. Quite lovely. Okay, so to show some of the cards. This is Apples of Longevity. And the artist for this deck is also a tattoo artist. So these are really like great sigils. Boulder. The Norse sigils really fascinate me. I just love the way they look. It's just, they're just very interesting, as well as being great to look at. Bifrost. So these cards are not numbered, but they're all in alphabetical order in the book. So that's really helpful. Braggy. And I really love the Norse myths as well. So fire and ice. Love the way this is done. So you can see the fire element symbol at the top here. And this is a very ice design here. Fire and ice. This is Freya. So you've got the two cats here. This is giants. Jellyborn. Hel, goddess Hel. Hugin and Mugen. The two crows of the companions of Odin, or the ravens. This is the goddess Idun, who is the Norse goddess of spring. Loki. Him as well. They're just so well done. Odin. The all-seeing eye of Odin. Sacred Grove. Scald. Thor. This one is really interesting, Village. I really like this. It's a different type of inclusion in a deck like this, but I just love the way this is done. I find that one really interesting. And Yggdrasil. This is one of my very favourites in the whole deck. Or Yggdrasil, whichever way you wish to pronounce it. So there's some of the cards from the Norse Magic deck, 49 cards by Jennie Appel and Dirk Grosser. The artist is Kai Uwe Faust. Kai Uwe Faust. Published by AGM the end of last year, 2024. I really like this deck. I'm particularly interested in sigils, particularly the Norse sigils. Great for magic and or ritual. Like I said, you can use it as a divination deck if you wish, but you'd need to be a little bit careful with the cards. But the book is really well written. I think it's great. Really like the way that the guidebook is written. So if you'd like to know more about Norse mythology and the Norse sigils and getting some ideas of how to use the cards, I think that's really great. I mean, you can bring the essence of these Norse magic ways into your practice if you're interested. So I think it's a really great deck. So I wanted to show that today. I'll put some details below the video. And for people who haven't noticed or are not aware, I have changed the name of my channel to The Esotericist very recently. There is a message on my social page of my channel, just a brief one, saying why I did that. The name of this channel is really the name that it should always have been. This is my second channel, and this second channel I've already had for 3 years now. I have been an esotericist for 30 years now, and I've realised that this is really the right title for the channel and for myself. This is really what my channel is about, and this is really who I am. So I thought this was the time to change and change the name of the channel to what it should always have been. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed seeing these cards. I think they're really quite worthwhile. And I will put some details below the video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.